my shepherd, and I will never, ever, ever be empty.
Religion comes from the Latin to connect, to bind. Whether it be to connect to some sense of God, divine, community, or to bind us to some type of custom, culture, way of thinking, way of speaking, way of doing. These can have a lot of healthy and beneficial reasons in our lives. It takes us out of our individualistic nature to focus on something other than self or outside of self. But it can also have a lot of negative things in our lives. Throughout history, it's been used to promote war, conquest, slavery. It has also had a lot of social inequalities, whether it be gender inequality or downplaying the role of women, whether it be used to somehow keep people from rising up because the social power structures were seen as, being the example of the divine or God. I don't believe that we can just simply throw away religion. 84% of the world population adhere to some type of religion. 70% of Americans adhere to some form of religion. It's something that we can't just simply throw away or think it's just gonna go away or ignore. I think a better answer is to really have a dialogue and to understand others. We also need to understand that we are more than just group identities. Religion puts us into these group identities and keeps us into these labels that we need to come to understand that we're multiple group identities all at the same time, where we carry more than just one identity. And in some sense, we have to come back to seeing ourselves as people, as a person. This is to understand that Jesus never saw himself as a Christian, or Buddha never saw himself as a Buddhist, in the same way that God would not see God's self as some type of Jew or Muslim or Christian. What would I hope? I would hope that we can come to understand one another, to take the time to listen to each other. Many times those who have religious beliefs come at it from an exclusivist kind of angle, where they have their own truth, their own way of seeing things, and they never ever listen to anybody else's opinion. And then there are those that do have more of an inclusivist kind of view, but just because I include you doesn't mean I ever really actually listen to you. It just means that I'm gonna include you without ever getting to know you. And even if you go to the sense of having a more of a pluralist view, where we have this idea that we're all going up the same mountain, the fact that we're all going up the same mountain or different mountains still doesn't really lead us to actually listen to one another. So in this project, what I really wanted to do was take the time to listen to different parts of the world. I wanted to take time to understand different points of view, to be willing to sing about different localities. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what religion is.